Two Career Champs, and this is for zingaheart.com. And this is where we review people that are taking charge of their own destiny by forging their own paths through entrepreneurship, businesses, and leadership. So first we're going to kind of talk about your business venture, and then we're going to share advice for your community to show them how you reach success and how you take charge in your own career. And then finally, we'll kind of go over any tips or tricks that you might want to share with everybody and your social media. Okay, so that's running through it. So how about you start off with an introduction of yourself and kind of sharing what you do for your career?
Okay. My name is Lindsey Jo Scott. I'm a compassionate entrepreneur with Trades of Hope. So we're a national company, and we partner with different artists and groups all over the world to help provide sustainable and dignified income-generating businesses. And we do that through a home party model by marketing and selling their handcrafted jewelry, accessory, and home decor items. And then I'm also an artist and a yoga instructor.
Really? You're a yoga instructor too? Oh, that's cool. So before we dig into Trades of Hope a little bit, how long have you been a yoga instructor?
Officially 2 years. So I was a dancer for like 20 some years. I studied dance in school, and then I sort of transitioned into yoga instructing. So I've been doing that. I've been certified 2 years. So
that's pretty awesome. How long have you been doing Trades of Hope?
Trades of Hope, just about a year and a half. I started in August of 2014.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start Trades of Hope?
A lot of things, actually. So I heard about Trades of Hope at a home party I attended, and sort of just was invited because of the mission and vision of women's empowerment. And so some friends said, hey, I think you'd really like to come and learn about this. So I did, and I loved the stories. I loved the products. But I walked away from the party, and I feel like the stories kind of never left me. Mm-hmm. So it's something that resonated with me just in terms of connecting with women and providing, that dignified, sustainable opportunity instead of sort of getting caught in the trap of charity and aid. But my background also sort of connected me with this path because I have sort of always been passionate, I guess, about the global connection and really partnering with groups all around the world. And even though I live here in Akron, Ohio, I have such a heart for the world, and I have friends that live abroad, and I lived abroad for a short time in the Dominican Republic working in a school and in a women's empowerment program and teaching in a school and working on a farm. So when I returned, I worked in refugee resettlement and with the migrant community. So my path has always been kind of about, the global connection and working alongside groups to help them to rise out of poverty and to really be their best selves. So it was a lot of things. And then also as an artist, I really saw this opportunity to partner with other artisans. Mm-hmm. And as an artist, I really understand and value, the transformational power of making things. So beyond the income generating opportunity, I saw this as an opportunity to partner with people in their own personal transformation, to experience healing and wholeness and really to thrive and grow. So,
wow. Yeah. So that sounds a lot like the mission of Trades of Hope. But for people who don't know, could you let us know what the model of Trades of Hope is and what it does?
Absolutely. Yeah. So our mission really more than anything is to empower women out of poverty. And the vehicle that we've sort of been given to do this is through the home party business model. So Trades of Hope operates by partnering with artisan groups all over the world. We're currently in 16 different countries. We have about 28 different individual groups. And then we partner directly with these groups, and they make home decor items and jewelry and accessories that are beautiful, all handcrafted. And then we work here in the United States through the home party business model. We have consultants like myself who are compassionate entrepreneurs who then help to market and sell that so that these women can earn a fair and dignified wage. Yeah. But then we earn an income too. So it's sort of, we really see ourselves as partners in this, that we're both partnering together and empowering women in terms of our artisans and then also as our compassionate entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So how do you guys choose which women to work with, both internationally and on the home side?
So our artisan groups have all sort of been found by sort of word of mouth. We have an application process through our website. And one of our founders lived abroad in Haiti for about 8 years. She started an orphanage there. She worked there. So a lot of her connection was there, and then it just kind of spread. So a lot of it is through people traveling or, being on the ground, working in missionary services or nonprofits or, organizations working on the ground, and then hearing about Trades of Hope through different people. So really, we've been, I guess, kind of grassroots for the last 5 years since 2010 when we started.
Yeah.
Just connecting with people and compassionate entrepreneurs, hearing about it through home parties. And we sort of operate out of the idea of like the ripple effect, like the idea that I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone that will create many ripples. And I see that I've seen the ripple effect in action really in home parties when I go and tell people, and then more people learn about Trades of Hope, and more people are then invited to be part of the vision and mission. And so it works both ways for artisans and compassionate entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So I absolutely love that title, the Compassionate Entrepreneur. So with your work so far over the past year and few months, what have you learned about being a compassionate entrepreneur, or how have you grown?
Oh, wow. I have grown a lot. And I have learned a lot about being a compassionate entrepreneur too. I think those are two titles that often don't go hand in hand, being compassionate and being an entrepreneur. And I think that it's changed my perspective on a lot of things, specifically being an entrepreneur, being someone that's in business. Sometimes I think there's like this negative connotation of being in business, that business is bad. But with the Trades of Hope and with being a compassionate entrepreneur, I've really seen that business is good, and you can be an entrepreneur and still really consider other people and be humble, and it's changed a lot of my thinking in terms of that. But then also, I've grown a lot personally because I am an introvert, and I specifically, I don't really love talking in front of people. But I feel because I'm so compelled by this vision and mission, I've definitely been more brave and courageous to step outside of my comfort zone and to be a little bit uncomfortable because this vision is so much bigger than me, and I really can understand that. So I've grown a lot in just my personal confidence, and I've also learned a lot of business skills too, which is then sort of trickled into my other business ventures in my life, my art and my yoga. So just like managing a business and financing and time management, I feel like I've grown on leaps and bounds in all of this.
So. Awesome. Yeah. So, and so we were just talking about how you've grown so far. And one of the things that you shared was your business skills help you grow in your life and your other business ventures dramatically, that the ones that you've learned while being a part of Trades of Hope. So could you let our viewers and your viewers know maybe what are the 3 most critical skills that you found really helped in all of your business ventures?
Yeah. 3, just 3. Okay. Yeah. So I think a big part of being successful as an entrepreneur is being consistent and being committed. So in terms of my Trades of Hope business, I've committed to showing up and doing something for my business every single day. And I work from home, so I really have sort of a flexible schedule, but I know that I'm going to touch my business, do something even if it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That really, I just stay present in my business, and I don't lose my focus or lose my vision. So commitment and consistency has been huge, and I know that I've seen that pay off too. I think also we are talking about gratitude, and practicing gratitude has been something that's changed my perspective and given me a greater sense of peace, I guess, because in life and in business, there are seasons, and you can never expect to just be linear in your life or your business and just keep going up. So you hope for, kind of the ups and downs.
Yeah.
And sometimes in the down seasons or the slower seasons of life or business, it can feel easy to have like a negative filter to your thoughts. So practicing gratitude and being thankful for the good things in every day and finding those good things has given me the momentum to keep going, even if it is sort of like a down or like a slow season.
Yeah.
So I guess those are 2. third would be, I guess, keeping my focus and keeping my vision beyond just the here and now, and seeing really the big picture of things. And I guess it kind of goes hand in hand with the gratitude, but
Yeah.
remembering that, today, like, I can do the things that matter today. And so keeping my focus today on like what I need to do today, but then also remembering that like each day and each action is really connected to a larger picture. And sort of practicing along with the gratitude sort of affirmations and mantras, and really believing that, I am where I need to be right now, and that I'm doing the best I can, and I'm the best person to do what I can do the way that I can do it. So yeah, I feel like that those three things really, the commitment, consistency, the affirmations, and then practicing gratitude, have really just been gifts and tools and resources that have helped me beyond anything else.
I agree with you 100%. Affirmations are huge. Like I tell people, I do talk to myself a little bit because you have to talk yourself through this journey. So to recap, you said showing up is huge. Gratitude and showing gratitude when you show up is a big part of it, and holding your vision ahead of you. So do you have any like simple tips or tricks that you use to keep your vision in front of you?
Yeah, well, I've learned about goal setting through Trades of Hope.
Okay.
I feel like I didn't realize how much I didn't set goals before, but it does help to have a goal, because then you know like where you're going and where you want to go. And also along with that, though, like not feeling disappointed or frustrated if I don't meet my goal by a set date. One of our trainers at Trades of Hope, she's so precious, and she has sort of taught us, that a goal is set in stone, but the date is set in sand. So keeping my goal ahead of me and knowing like I'm going to get there, and I might not get there by this day, but I'm going to get there, and I'm going to keep moving. So I sort of see it as you just set your goal, and that's your vision and your focus, and you move in that direction so you know where you're going, and you're going to get there.
Wow. I love that quote. That is beautiful.
It's really helpful too, just to remember that, and to be a little bit more gentle with yourself, and knowing like I'm going to go where I need to go, but I'm where I need to be right now.
Yeah. So that is actually great. I'm going to keep that for real. I'm going to share it with my board members and everything.
Awesome.
So a couple of more questions before we kind of wrap up this session. We're going to dig into success now, and we're going to kind of talk about how you define success, and kind of the viewpoint of what it would take to be successful in this business. Running the, I need to use the exact words, isn't it home party model? Yes. Running the home party model. Like when I was younger, I was my mom's sidekick. She did Mary Kay, Undercover Wear, and a couple like magazine ones. Like, what was it? Starts on an A. Why? It's like the biggest one ever.
Subscription. I don't even.
I know. You buy like all the little lotions out of it. Oh my gosh. Avon.
Oh, okay.
Right? I'm like, I know it's a huge one, but she like did all the huge ones, and I remember going with her from party to party and like unpacking all her stuff and doing all the fun makeup tutorials. And you really have to hustle in this business in order to make sure that you're always ahead of people, and you're always making sure people know what products are available and that you're matching their needs. So how do you define success in this business, and how do you define success for yourself in this business?
Yeah, so I think that with Trades of Hope, it's a little bit different, because I sort of see like the home party model as there we go, as the vehicle that we use to accomplish our vision and our mission, but our vision and mission is really our main focus. So, with Trades of Hope, it's not really just about my success, but it's really also about the success of our artisans. So I sort of measure success in that way too. Like the more that I'm succeeding, I know the more that our artisans are succeeding as well. So within our business, there's definitely this culture among compassionate entrepreneurs of really sisterhood and collaboration and working together, because we sort of see ourselves as like linking arms, in this movement, or, sometimes we say army of marketers, to end poverty in our lifetimes. Bless you. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have experience like doing other home party businesses, but
Okay.
just from what I know and talking to other people and learning about the direct sales world, I think that Trades of Hope is unique in that it's more about coming together and working together and not, just having sort of myself or one person rise to the top. But we know that, it's kind of, I think there's a quote, something about like, as the tide rises, all the boats lift.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, that's kind of our philosophy in our culture at Trades of Hope.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that. I think it's a rising tide floats all boats.
There you
So,
go. Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that is you're just wonderful. Are you a poet as well? Because you,
What'd you say?
I said, are you a poet as well? Because you just know
Oh,
all the right
yeah.
quotes for all the right times.
I am. I'm a poet at heart. So
Okay.
I love to write and journal and dream. I mean, I'm an artist, so I'm like an artist poet as
Yeah,
well.
right. Gotta love it. So I see behind you, you have a wonderful display. Let me know, are those the Trades of Hope merchandise?
Yeah.
Can you share a
Yeah, these
couple?
are many of my Trades of Hope jewelry, and everything I'm wearing is also Trades of Hope. So I'm wearing a necklace from Thailand. It's called the Harmony necklace.
Yeah.
I'm wearing some bracelets from Haiti, which are really cool. I'll take them off just to show you up close.
Okay.
These are our Restoration Collection bracelets,
Yeah.
and they're made from cereal box beads
Uh-huh.
and then from clay. So these ones as well. And then I'm wearing a bracelet from India. You can see it's really beautiful and engraved. And
Yeah.
then some pearl earrings also from India.
Oh.
And then I have other countries represented here too. So
That's nice. So it's kind of like, what country are you wearing today?
right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
I try to represent 2 to 4 countries a day in my outfit.
Right. That is awesome. So tell me, how do you gain more clients in a sense? I know it's like maybe that's a really upfront and forward question, but
Okay.
that's one thing that we all struggle with as entrepreneurs is making sure that we have our client pipeline or pool or client community, really, because that's what we're building, always flowing and full. So how do you do that?
So I have to say, before I joined Trades of Hope, one of my hesitations was the idea that I didn't know enough people. And I have friends, I have a community. I feel like I'm pretty involved within my community, but still in terms of reaching out to people, I felt a little bit like, how am I going to get people to host a party, or where are people going to come from? And I learned this kind of numbers formula. So it's the idea that if you know 5 people, you actually know 125 people, because the 5 people that you know 5 people who know 5 people, and so on.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've kept that in my mind, and maybe it's kind of along the lines of the mantra affirmation thing, just remembering like I do know people, and there's so many other people that I don't know yet, but that I can meet. So I think it starts in like your mindset of like being open to meeting new people. But then with Trades of Hope and with the direct sales home party business model, it really is kind of that ripple effect.
Okay.
I hosted a launch party when I started, and I had friends and family come, and several people said, I want to host a party. This is awesome. I want to share this with my friends and family.
Yeah.
And then, other people. So really, I mean, that's been the biggest way that I've met people is through home parties, because that's the bread and butter of our business.
Right.
And it's I don't know, pretty easy when I'm at a Trades of Hope party and talking about the vision and mission and stories of the pieces that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And to ask people, do you have friends and family who would be interested in learning about this vision and mission?
Yeah.
And more often than not, yes, I do.
Wow.
Or, would love these products and love to shop with a purpose and give meaningful gifts. So it hasn't been too difficult. And then I do also meet people in my community.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I love Trades of Hope, so it's easy to talk about. Yeah. And when I'm, at the post office or the grocery store, if somebody compliments my jewelry, I can mention Trades of Hope and tell them the story. And, it's sort of the planting the seeds, I guess, and then the more people that know about Trades of Hope, the more that our artisans can thrive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess you meet people every day. You might not think about it, but everywhere you go, there are people that you don't know that don't know about your business or don't know about your vision and mission and what you're doing. And if you talk to people, you just start a conversation or reach out to people, almost like we've done here. I didn't know you, and now I'm having this awesome conversation with you.
Yeah.
So I love that. I think the opportunities are endless, and there's like 12 million people, I think, in Ohio alone. So that's a lot of people and a lot of opportunities to meet new people too.
Yeah, that is an excellent way of looking at it. Everybody out there you can have that conversation with as just the beginning phase of sparking a movement, essentially. So I wonder, you said, you might be at the post office or you might be at the grocery store, and because you love Trades of Hope, it's really, really easy to talk about. So it makes me wonder, where do you find the balance? Where does Trades of Hope it's always going to be integrated within your life, but where does Trades of Hope business kind of stop and, the rest of your life and the rest of your passion continues and grows?
Yeah. I don't know if Trades of Hope will ever stop in my life, but I feel like it definitely is interconnected and so connected to my other passions as well. I mentioned as an artist, I was drawn to Trades of Hope because of people making art. And as a yoga instructor and as an artist, my life's mission, I guess, is kind of to help people become their best selves and to, be whole and healthy and to heal and thrive and grow. So all of it really intersects with everything I'm doing. I feel like when I'm teaching art or when I'm making art or teaching yoga or selling Trades of Hope, I really feel like it's connected to my whole life vision and mission. So I don't know if it's ever going to stop for me, but on a day-to-day basis, kind of it changes every day. I say I average probably about an hour of Trades of Hope work a day, and then I have various yoga clients and am working from home in my studio here, making and advertising my art.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you just kind of schedule it out as you do, even though it might seem like it's an all-day thing and it follows you, as it should. Your business should follow you where you go, but as long as you have space for you.
Overwhelming.
Like, I'm crunching numbers all the time. Yeah.
Like I can't do that. So.
Right. Yes. Okay. So here we are. We're kind of wrapping up now. And then we're going to share the final question that we're going to share with everyone that sits with Career Champs. And that is, what are 3 tools or books or blogs that you kind of use to help grow your business?
Wow. I have so many.
Stick to
so I'm a reader. I'm a researcher. So I like to learn a lot. But I feel like I can tell you what's sort of helping me right now in my business and my life, and sort of my number one resource for my life and my business would be an author by the name of Brené Brown.
Okay. Right? That sounds familiar. Yeah.
You would love her. I feel like you should definitely check her out.
Yeah.
She's written several books. She has some TED Talks, and most recently she wrote a book called Rising Strong, which is fabulous. But I wanted to specifically mention this one called Daring Greatly.
Okay.
The subtitle is something about how we find the courage to be vulnerable in the way that we live, love, parent, teach, and lead.
Yeah.
So encompassing of your whole life and your whole, entrepreneurial business, and talking about how we can sort of ignore the critics and really be present to what we're doing and where we're going. So I love her. I cannot recommend her enough. And then secondly, I really currently have been really loving Marie Forleo's videos on YouTube. She has anywhere from like 7 to 40 minutes of just little snippets of guidance for business and for life. So that's been really helpful for me right now. And then I can tell you I found a planner that I love this year, and that has really helped me also.
Yeah.
Two planners. The one is called Planner Pad.
Okay.
And it's like just a paper, bound planner, but it has helped me in the way that I like process my tasks and schedule my days, which is cool. It sort of like works in like a filter system. And then also along with that, a whole resource called Your Shining Year in Life or Business by Leonie Dawson.
Okay.
And it's like a whole workbook to work you through your goals for your life or for your business. So, and I can like send you those too if you want to link those anywhere.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for sharing. How about you go ahead and wrap up by letting everyone know where you can be found, either on social media or otherwise. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Trades of Hope, Lindsey Joe. My website is www.mytradesofhope.com. So my first, and then / my name, Lindsey Joe Scott. Okay. I'm also on Instagram at Lindsey Joe, but it's spelled a little bit weird because it's LINDS3YJO.
Okay.
So this is like me.
Yeah.
So Lindsey Joe. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for sharing, Lindsey Joe. It's such an honor to have you on this channel.
So it's lovely. Like, I want to keep talking to you.
I know. Well, we could definitely do more sessions in the future. I'm sure entrepreneurs or business professionals that need to know how to accessorize their outfits. So yeah, I'm sure we could work out stuff. I'm always down for